Om Shanti. It is important to experience bodiless stage. I become aware of original image of the soul, the original qualities of the soul. And as I emerge, the thoughts and the experience of my eternal stage, I am a pure soul. I am a peaceful soul. I am loveful soul. I am in this body to play my part as a master of this body. I detach myself from this costume of body. I am in the body, seated on the forehead, the throne of forehead, very, very stable, still, and peaceful. It's the change of awareness that I use the body to play my part. But I merge my abilities, I merge the thoughts, that is mind, I merge the intellect, and as I merge, I become incorporeal soul. When I am in incorporeal world, my sweet home, my all abilities are merged. There is no pull of any sense organ. The body is very relaxed, restful. And even I send this pure energy, this peaceful energy towards my body. With pure, loveful, and peaceful breath, I send the energy to purify all the cells and also reach to the parts of the body to give this energy is to make oneself free from pain. Body regains healing capacity and gives body this pure energy I also become aware that I am immortal. I am and I will be in this body as long as I have to play my part. In bodiless stage, I am free from the bondages. I am free from all the fears. And now I connect myself with one Baba who is also incorporeal. He doesn't have his own body, but even if when he uses body of Brahma Baba, Baba says, I have taken this body on loan. I use this body to share drishti and to speak to children. I am soul. As a charioteer of this chariot, as a soul incorporeal, I am with Baba as incorporeal Baba. And I'm this unlimited space of light, my sweet home. This world is a drama stage, but now, land of silence, land of liberation. It is soul world. Natural silence, a peaceful mind, very still, very stable, and carefree. So now, in silence, I'm sitting with Baba, as I experience Baba's love. There is deep inner joy, total contentment, and deep feelings of gratitude. Gratitude of what I am today, what Baba, drama, nature, and the family is providing me as loveful care and company. Every scene of drama is beneficial. Need to have trust and patience Even if Baba doesn't have his body, but still, through his angelic form, he opens his arms and puts the arms around us with a lot of love. Children, you belong to me. I have born you, and you must reclaim your inheritance and blessings from me. Keep courage, and there is help. There is power. I stay experiencing God's love, receiving God's light and God's power. Baba and Rama has provided us this opportunity so that we can reach to a stage of perfection, to be complete, to become Master Almighty. My part at confluence stage is to Baba's helper, Baba's companion. And I maintain constantly pure thoughts and pure feelings for my own self and for everyone else. Become so peaceful, loveful, so that we can extinguish the fire of anger, of suffering, of sorrow, and let whole world experience the liberation.
शिव की याद रहेगी तब आँखों में समाया वो होगा। हम धन्य तभी बन पाएंगे जब ऐसा प्रिय जीवन होगा। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा।
दादी, एक सवाल ये भी प्रायः उठता है कि बाबा को निरंतर श्वासोश्वास याद करें। दादी, वो तो अभी नहीं होता।
क्यों?
निरंतर
निरंतर तब करेंगे जो मैं कर्म कर रही हूँ। ब्रह्मा बाबा तो साकार में था ना, उसने कैसे किए? नहीं तो हम समझते ना, ये तो ज्ञान है ना, ज्ञान बुद्धि में कभी आता है कभी नहीं आता है, लेकिन हमारे आगे तो साकार एग्जाम्पल रहा। तो जैसे बाबा ने इतनी जिम्मेवारी, हमारी कोई की इतनी जिम्मेवारी नहीं है जितनी ब्रह्मा बाबा की थी। इतनी जिम्मेवारी होते भी बाबा न्यारा और प्यारा, बस कॉपी करे ब्रह्मा बाबा को, दूसरे को नहीं देखे। दूसरों को देखते हैं न, ये तो मेरे से भी कम है लेकिन ऐसे करती है, वो रंग। ब्रह्मा बाबा को कॉपी करे, ब्रह्मा बाबा आंखों में हो ही हो। ब्रह्मा बाबा ने जैसे किया वैसे हमको। बाबा ने प्रैक्टिकल में, चलो किसने बाबा को देखा नहीं, लेकिन जीवन कहानी तो पढ़ी ना। तो भले आंखों से नहीं देखा, बुद्धि से तो देखा ना। किताब भी है, प्रूफ है, कॉपी तो कर सकते।
दादी, कभी कभी ऐसे भी लगता है कि जैसे हर प्रकार से मेरे पास सब कुछ है, लेकिन फिर भी दादी कभी कभी अंदर खालीपन और खुशी वो वाली नहीं रहना, उसका कारण क्या होता है?
उसका कारण क्या है? किसी बात की तरफ अटेंशन ज्यादा चला जाए। समझो कोई बहन है, कोई भाई है, उसकी एक्टिविटी की तरफ थोड़ा जाता है, ये भी तो ऐसे करती है ना, ये भी तो चलता है ना, इसका भी होते हुए भी तो चल रही है, मान है, शान है, थोड़ा उसके कॉपी करने में लग जाते हैं। बाबा को कॉपी करना है वो तो छूटी है हमको, बाकी औरों को कॉपी करना है। अगर अच्छी रीति से उनको कॉपी कर सके, जो जैसा है, जैसी उसकी वृत्ति दृष्टि है, सिर्फ वो इसने भी किया नहीं, वो भी तो किए है ना, उसने भी तो किए है ना, लेकिन उसने किस भावना से किया, किस कारण से किया, कैसे वृत्ति से किया, अंदर नहीं जाते हैं, ऊपर ऊपर का देखते, इसीलिए हो जाता है।
दादी खालीपन क्यों महसूस होना चाहिए?
खालीपन क्योंकि मनन शक्ति उनकी कम है। समझो मुरली है, मुरली की सब पॉइंट्स चार धारणाएं में आती है। मुरली के ऊपर ही सारा दिन सोचे तो बुद्धि बिजी रहे ना, बिजी नहीं रहती है। तो और बातों में खाली बुद्धि होंगी तो जरूर दूसरे तरफ जाएंगी ना। तो मुरली के तरफ, ज्ञान के तरफ नहीं जाएंगी तो औरों को कॉपी करने में जाएंगी।
दादी एक सवाल ये भी प्रायः उठता है कि बाबा को निरंतर श्वासोश्वास याद करें। दादी वो तो अभी नहीं होता।
क्यों?
निरंतर एक से
निरंतर तब करेंगे जो मैं कर्म कर रही हूँ। ब्रह्मा बाबा तो साकार में था ना, उसने कैसे किए?
Om Shanti. To be consistent in Baba's remembrance, to be naturally in Baba's remembrance needs one of the important dharana which Dadi Gulzar mentioned is to be detached and lovely. Detached observer is a very, very good stage, and we all want that stage. But how to do it practically? And for that, of course, she said, look at Brahma Baba. He had so much responsibility. Still, he was detached and lovely. So one can remain detached in the sense, like other point was very connected, that why once in a while we feel empty. How many of you feel empty once in a while? Show me the hand. I also feel, it's not only you all feel, all of us. Sometimes like, as I mentioned, when battery is low, so it's like energy is not really where you are very joyful, very enthusiastic, battery goes low, or in other words, emptiness, And I know that Adi Janki always used to tell us that if you have a bucket and you put it on the tap and water is flowing from the tap into bucket, but bucket is not becoming full. And you keep watching, and the reason is that there is a hole in bucket. I always remember that. That means something is leaking out. And of course, as Adi said, because mind and intellect is not enough churning knowledge, keeping busy. Now, sometimes one could think that, do I have to keep doing it all the time? When there will be time, maybe I don't need to do that. I think we will have to do it until the last moment of the life, because we are all the time using battery also, no? We are thinking, we are interacting, we playing part. So accumulation is important, and up to certain degrees we do find that we are very, very stable comparative to last month or 2 months. So there is change. But the tension is that how much I should think about a situation, about a person. Is it necessary? Is it my sanskar? Is it something bothering me? And then our intellect is overused, thinking about a person, a situation, analyzing, going more in details than necessary. So then we are not detached. So when we are not detached, then we are taking something and which is not helping us, rather it's reducing my pure energy. So deeply within, like this whole habit in body consciousness of always looking at one, this one is, what that one is, what this one is doing, what this situation is, because we are so used to it. No? And now we have to immediately, even if attention goes, you have to use a point of knowledge from the Murli. Have love for the soul, have mercy for the soul, but not get affected by anyone's part. And I think when that happens, then emptiness comes. So, but if you, while observing, having good wishes, think about which point you could emerge at that time, use at that point. And that is why I find it is so important that when we listen Murli, quite a long Murli, there are a lot of points in the Murli, but take at least few points that today I will churn on these points, I will inculcate and use the blessing whole day whenever there is necessary. I just use the blessing. So one is churning, other is using that points of knowledge, implementing that so that I can remain a detached observer and also lovely. Because same soul might not be, loveful with you, or because of whatever reason, I shouldn't doubt that. I always feel that she has love, he has love, but is not able to express because of whatever thoughts coming in the mind. So really we have to deeply churn on being detached and lovely, so that at confluence stage, my settling of past karmas happening, but also I'm creating new relationships now, at least from my side. And sure, the soul will receive it, and one day that response will also be there. At least my duty, like Brahma Baba, and with Dadi Janki, one of her specialty was she never gave up on any soul. They say that she never will say, this one is not changing, this one is not accepting, this one is not removing, so I can't give more good wishes. But rather, Dadi will have more love for that soul, more good wishes, because all are brothers and sisters. And within Brahmin family, we live together for 84 births, just imagine. So we have good relationships of soul consciousness. For 21 births, it should be more actually. But for 63 births, also body consciousness relationship, in which they were all kinds of vices and actions based on body consciousness. And that is why I realized when 2 days ago, or when Baba said that you have to be free from jealousy. So it's my fortune, it's everyone's role. And it's not by jealousy, I will get something from Baba. No, I have to get from Baba. When people complain, I am not getting this, I say, but who is giving us? Today I'm sitting here, and I can't show you all, but there are big windows. And from every window, there is beautiful new spring green leaves and red flowers, white flowers. And I'm looking around, I say, Baba, how do I thank you? Even we are inside, not going out for so many days, so many weeks, but don't feel like that. There is so much light, there is sun, everything is so green. So really there is so much, as I mentioned also, for contentment. But if we still have worry, or so jealousy is really, is not really one shouldn't have jealousy. That's what I want to say. That's what my experience is. And then Baba had talked of two other negative traits. It's because when you are jealous and you don't somewhere feel satisfied, then a very subtle hatred for that person grows. You can't see that person, you can't tolerate that person, you can't interact with this person, and it's actually subtle jealousy. And then that hatred leads to the habit of criticism. Then we start, instead of appreciating everyone, because everyone has love for Baba, whatever anyone is doing is for Baba. No one is doing for self, right? Of course, self receives, but doing it for Baba. So, how do I just change? Mm, Instead of criticizing, I appreciate, I respect soul. That soul can be a little child, can be a younger person, can be older person, can be equal to me. But it is very, very important, as Baba said, look at the specialities and qualities and let them be cooperative, because then they will be, it's easy to work together than in a team also when we are free from all this. But if it is there subtly, then there is distance, there are differences. Baba said there should be unity and also concentration. I find that when there are pure thoughts, pure intentions, then cooperation is very natural. And we know that many are able to create fortune by cooperating. But if I say I start something, nobody cooperates, I never found it. There was a time didn't needed any help in the sense of if I'm airport, I can run wherever I am, I can manage, I do everything. But time came when I am not able to do few things in a physical way. So sometimes like I need help and then I don't see around anyone, and it's just in few minutes somebody arrives and I immediately say angel has come. So we are surrounded by angels. But if I keep saying no, nobody helps, nobody does that, so this negative, so really that energy will not bring someone closer also. So to be free from these three, I realize is very important for our own also accumulation of good karmas, good actions. Good actions are when we are free from jealousy, free from hatred. It's not a good word, hatred, but I have seen that criticism of a person is coming from some kind of envy, some kind of, and then you can't be cooperative with that person. Not remembering that it's not person's task. Initiative anyone can take, project anyone can start, but it's Baba's service. So when you think it is Baba's service, you would love to cooperate. And even if other person doesn't have that quality, but what I have to say, which I had underlined for myself and with others who are around me, that accumulation happen when you use a virtue. Because let's say there is a time everyone is stressed, but you keep patience, you stay calm. And that's what Baba said to have, we have to accumulate power. So detach and then be lovely. And of course, you will be loved by everyone if you use a virtue. Everyone will know that, oh, when you come, atmosphere changes. When you say something, it definitely happens. So we start sharing blessings with each other. From specialities, accumulation of power, it becomes lot of blessings in our life. So when Baba said, be a bestower, and then he also said, one who gives blessing. So it's Baba's blessing. Mm, But still we become instrument, and through our love, through our joyful relationship with our God, sharing of God's love, we really stay together in a very beautiful unity. And when I look at each one of you, you are in a little, Baba has given you a little temple. Each one has your own space, no? Each one has your own window. So it's very lovely to be in company of Dadi Gulzar, to be company of Baba, and we all together as a family. So from my heart, I always thank Baba. Thanks family, each one of you, for your good wishes, for your love, and sincere desire that we all travel together and become complete. Om Shanti.
करते, दिव्य गुणों से बच्चों को देखा श्रृंगार करते, कांटों को बनाया फूल, कांटों को बनाया फूल, तुमने दुलार करके देखा है तुमको बाबा, रूहों को प्यार करते। मुरली सुना के बच्चों को मीठा बनाते देखा, मुरली सुना के बच्चों को मीठा बनाते देखा, सजा कर दिव्य गुणों से अवगुण मिटाते देखा, रूहानी नजरों से, रूहानी नजरों से, रूहानी नजरों से, रूहानी नजरों से देखा निहाल करते, रूहों को प्यार करते, देखा है तुमको बाबा, रूहों को प्यार करते।
We are traveling year after year. Last pictures were of 1966. Mama left body. Vishwakishore Bhau left body. And also you saw that how family is growing. Many, many families are coming, more and more families getting message, and they come to Madhuban. Baba is invited at many places. So Mama and Vishwakishore Bhau had very, very important role to play, but they both left body. So Mama's picture in bed is the last picture. And the last picture with Vishwakishore Bhau with Baba holding a bag and taking leave for Bombay. He went for surgery and he didn't return. So I will share a little bit more, but this is the journey year after year. So we have reached to 1966, beginning of service, and Dadis also, you can see that how they are also, they're not just young girls or 20s, 30s, they are in their 40s, so they are also growing, going to different places for conferences, opening centers. So service has continued.
Om Shanti. So now today we will know our three daddies and Didi will introduce us. So first daddy is Daddy Hriday Pushpa and second daddy is Ishu Daddy and third daddy is Daddy Jamana. Daddy Hriday Pushpa. So first that Didi will introduce her to us.
Dadi Hriday Pushpa is the sister of Chandramani Dadi, younger sister, and she was in Bangalore. And you can see from her face, very loving, very joyful, and people had lot of bhavana for her. I visited her few times, and especially in South India, in Bangalore, there was so much service and people worship Shivaling. And I still remember my last visit where they created a very, very, very big side Shivalingam, oval-shaped figure of Shiva. And there thousands of people will come. And one thing is that they eat a lot of rice. So they make like 5, 6 variety of rice with eggplant and with cabbage and with plain rice and sour rice and sweet rice. And so what you get is 6 types of rice in Brahma Bhojan. While I'm talking, I still feel myself there with thousands of people come to see Shivlingam. And also we had a very, very big Brahmin family there. They cook big, big pots of rice there. So really, really, she was very dedicated, very lovely original jewel.
So our second Dadi is Ishu Dadi.
Ishu Dadi, I think you all know that she came as a very young girl and she was very good in making notes. So Baba taught her her own kind of shorthand. Generally you have to go outside to learn shorthand, and which is common. Shorthand is like you write the words short. That used to call shorthand. So Baba taught her her own way of shorthand. So that means when she is writing Murli, she is writing Baba's letters. She does in that language. Baba taught her what is confidence and how to remain honest and confidence. And I saw that quality in her so visible. We generally went and gave our contributions to Ishudadi. And when she will take it, never you sit with for an hour, she will ever mention who gave what. This one gave little, this one gave, never make any comment or say anything. And I used to get surprised because she learned to be honest, also to be confidential. And so everyone trusted her. She was Baba's treasurer from very beginning. She traveled with Dadiji all the time because she will take care of Dadi, but also whatever Dadi received, then she is the one who used to get it and keep it. So Dadi's whole Yagya, we all had great trust in her honesty. And you all know that at present time, we have 3 Dadis. One is Dadi Gulzar, Ratanmani Dadi, and Ishu Dadi. So Ishu Dadi is also part of administrative team at this time. So we all love Ishu Dadi for what she is as an honest treasurer and very confidential. Dadi Jamna was one who used to take care of Mama, travel with Mama. And of course, I had many, meetings with her because when Mama will come to Delhi, we will go to see Mama. She was with Mama, really took care of Mama very well all the time, whenever she, not only when she traveled, but also when her body was not well. Dadi Jamna really took care of Dadi, and she played a beautiful role as helping Mama. This is the picture of Bhau. Bhau means older brother. Vishwa Kishore. Vishwa means world, and Kishore means prince. So he is actually Baba's brother's son. And when Baba started giving this knowledge and this revelation was happening, he and his wife, they both came to Baba and they surrender. And his wife's name is Santri Dadi. And Santri Dadi was personal trans messenger of Baba. That means she will always be around Baba. She will travel with Baba in all directions, whether Baba is to travel, where Baba is to go, whether Baba is to do this. Actually, it was Santri Dadi who will bring the messages every time. So I also have many good experiences with Santri Dadi. Then later on, she was in Calcutta when Baba left body. So Vishwakishore Bhau was Baba's right hand. And Baba always trusted him. One is, of course, he was Hanji person. Baba said it, yes, Baba, it will be done. It was quite a lot, like he really helped all the sisters, in the sense of me, few brothers were there, and he being an older brother, very protective, very respectful. Even he was playing an important role, but like as a brother, there was no ego, no authority, but very humble, very loving. But internally, because he had Baba's trust, we all loved him. And I remember my personal many experiences with him. But one was when I was once leaving Madhuban. So I reached bus station. He came to me and he said, Baba was saying when I left Madhuban, Baba said, Brahma Baba, wherever you will go, get it done. You are in. So I thought this is a great blessing. So what I will do in Delhi, wherever I have to go to get something done, I will be in soul conscious and I will remember Baba's blessing. But Vishwakishore Bhau told me when I'm in bus and he's saying goodbye from window, he says, whenever there are difficulties, we should be happy because we will remember Baba and he will give extra help. So I thought these are two different blessings, but I always remember him because what he was saying, we should not be scared when there are adverse situations, when there are challenges or things look little difficult, because we will remember Baba. Baba will come and his presence and his help will make our task accomplished. So really very powerful and beautiful soul. So Mama played part, and then Vishwakishore Bhau played also very important part. And we had to say goodbye to them. And of course, they, as our ancestor souls, are always with us.
प्रजापिता ब्रह्मा मुख वंशावली सर्व से भी बच्चों पर थे मधुबन से रूहानी बाप दादा और बच्चों का दिलवदान से प्रेम से सभी बच्चों को याद प्यार और गुड मॉर्निंग। मीठे मीठे रूहानी बच्चों पर रूहानी बाप व दादा का दिलवदान से प्रेम से याद प्यार और गुड मॉर्निंग। मीठे मीठे शिथिल जो रूहानी बच्चों पर रूहानी बाप का नमस्ते। बाबा निवासी सभी सर्व सदल प्रजापिता ब्रह्मा कुलभूषण बेटी खुश रहो और आबाद रहो, न विसरो न याद रहो।
So may you be an intense effort maker who has growth or progress with discipline in your effort and in service. Discipline in effort and in service. So it's very nice. A Brahman is someone with a disciplined life. A task is successful when it is done using the right method. For service, discipline is using right method. In any situation, if there isn't any growth in your efforts or in service, then something is definitely lacking in the way you do it. So check from Amrit Vela until night, were my thoughts, my words, and my actions, connections disciplined? That is, was there growth? If there was not, then think that would be the reason, what would be the reason for that? And find a solution to it, and you will not be disheartened. In your life, if your life is disciplined, then there will be definitely growth and you will become an intense effort maker. So one of the reason we are not able to do intense effort is disheartened. So then there is a break, then you do it, then you break, it's like not consistent. So then you don't feel self progress or growth in service. So Baba is saying check of discipline for service means method, and discipline for self also is did I do it the way Baba wants me to do? They're following Shrimat, in other words. So it's a very interesting to see growth in the self and also in service. So intense effort here means appropriate. Then it's appropriate method, result is there. It's like intense, Intense not really means hard work. Some people say, if we are really too intense, also becomes like a little pressure, tension. No, we don't have to have tension of efforts, but natural awareness to follow correct accuracy, how Yagya's systems are, what guidelines are, do it appropriately. That's actually called effort makers. So for tomorrow, we have to remind ourselves that I have to observe all the disciplines and the right methods for service and personal growth. Om Shanti.
जिसने पाया प्यार तुम्हारा बदली है उनकी तकदीर जिसने पाया प्यार तुम्हारा बदली है उनकी तकदीर पूरा जैसा फिर गया जीवन टूटी माया की जंजीर पूरा जैसा फिर गया जीवन टूटी माया की जंजीर आप हवा प्यार का सागर आप हवा प्यार का सागर गुणों का भंडार ओ गुणों का भंडार इन शब्दों में सुनाए बाबा दुनिया को तेरा प्यार दुनिया को तेरा प्यार हर दिल पर जो छाया हुआ है हर दिल पर जो छाया हुआ है बाबा तेरा दुलार ओ बाबा तेरा दुलार ओ बाबा तेरा दुलार
Om Shanti and good night, everyone. Om Shanti and good night.